Good day, this is Maria Angela Ojaraca Matiza, and the topic that we are going to tackle is about the communication strategy. The communication process can only be considered successful if the objectives of the communication are achieved. The goal of communication is to successfully deliver a thought or message to the recipients. Before this is attained, the communicators need to make choices. When you communicate, for example, you have to decide whom to communicate with, what to say, how to keep the conversation going, whether to terminate the conversation, and others. As you converse with others, you also make use of different communication strategies. There are many different communication strategies, among which are the following: nomination, restriction, turn-taking, topic control, topic shifting, repair, and termination. When nominating a topic or restricting what participants say in a discussion, you have to follow certain guidelines. These guidelines are the following. The main speaker should state the topic that will be discussed. This is necessary because the participants should have an idea of what will be talked about. This can be done by explicitly stating the topic or by asking questions regarding the subject matter. When nominating a topic, it should be said clearly and only relevant details should be included. If there are details that the listeners should know in order for them to understand the topic even more, the main speaker should include these details as well while nominating. For example, the statement, "Where were you last Saturday?" is incomplete if what you really want to know is, "Where were you last Saturday when the earthquake hit?" Nomination refers to the act of the speaker wherein he or she opens and establishes a topic in the conversation or discussion.
Restriction, on the other hand, refers to the act of limiting what the participants can contribute to a conversation or discussion. Learning about the nature of nomination and restriction will help participants understand their role in various types of conversation. There are two factors to consider for nomination and restriction: social relationships and environment. Social relationships determine the specific role of the participants, which is the factor for whether they can nominate topics or restrict what other speakers can say in the conversation.
There are two kinds of social relationships.
Higher authorities refers to those who are assigned to control the flow of the conversation, while lower authorities refers to the participants who start as listeners and then nominated to be speakers when called by the higher authorities. Environment refers to the setting of the conversation. It is also determines the roles of the speaker. For example, in the classroom discussion, teachers nominate the topic or give restriction to the participants. However, if the setting is in a seminar led by students, there will be one segment for entertaining questions or comments from the teachers. The students then are the ones nominating the topic and providing restrictions for those who will join the discussion.
Two kinds of environment inner restrictions.
One-on-one communication. This refers to communication situation in which there are only two participants. Group communication refers to communication situation in which are more than two participants. When restricting what participants can contribute to the discussion, lay down specific instruction or parameters regarding what they can say or how they can say it. For example, if you're not fluent in Filipino and somebody talks to you using it, you may ask that person to repeat it in English or explain it in English. Again, restriction refers to the act of limiting what the participants can contribute to the conversation or discussion. Another type of communication strategies is turn-taking. Turn refers to the opportunity given to a speaker to talk, whereas turn-taking is a process in which a participant stops speaking and yells the floor to another participant so he or she can speak. There are three turn-taking acts: keep turn, release turn, and take turn. Keep turn suggests that a speaker must not stop until he fulfills his purpose in a conversation. Release turn suggests that the speaker is finished talking and is ready to yield the floor for another person to take his or her turn. Take turn suggests that another participants can take the role of speaker. Signals and cues indicate that the speaker wants to keep, yield, or take his or her turn. Intonation may signal when a speaker intends to keep or yield his or her turn. Verbal cues may suggest that a speaker wants to yield or to keep his or her turn. Non-verbal cues or gestures such as raising one's hand show that the participants want to take the floor or speak. Also, when a speaker points to or fixes his or her gaze on a participant, it may mean that he or she wants the participant to speak.
Two types of topic. Sentence topic, sometimes called sentential topic, refers to the main idea or focus of a sentence. Discourse topic refers to the topic of the conversation as a whole. Topic control. This occurs when the main or assigned speaker manipulates the discussion in order to maintain its flow without moving away from or changing the topic. Participants should be mindful of verbal cues as the main speaker uses statements. Participants should recognize who controls the conversation and who among the members are allowed to speak. 10. Occurs when one intentionally or unintentionally changes the direction of the flow or ideas in a conversation. Usually used when there is silence. The current topic is unfamiliar. One shows disinterest in the topic. Another subject can be associated to the current topic. 2 ways to shift a topic. Speaking typically occurs when the listener concentrates on some phrases on the last statement mentioned by the speaker. Speaking on the topic occurs when the listener concentrates on a word but the newly introduced idea may not be related to the context of that topic.
In a communication, we should be able to make use of the solution to repair or terminate discussions when violations are committed. The last type of communication strategies are the repair and termination. These two are used to fix violations in various communication situations. Repair. It is a set of practices whereby a participant interrupts the ongoing course of action to attend to possible trouble in speaking, hearing, or understanding the talk. There are types of conversation repair. Self-initiated self-repair. When the speaker corrects himself or herself, or when he or she cannot find the right word, but then is able to find it after a short pause. Number 2, other initiated self-repair. Initiated by another participant but is fixed by the speaker of the trouble source. Number 3, self-initiated other repair. When the speaker could not find the right word or phrase and another participant supplies it in the conversation. Number 4, other initiated other repair. When the speaker misarticulated something or says wrong information, which prompts another participant to correct him or her. Termination. Termination refers to the participant's use of expressions to end the conversation. There are guidelines on how to repair or terminate. Number 1, recognize the violation. Number 2, shift back to the main topic. Number 3, ask leading questions. Number 4, terminate the conversation by taking a break, rescheduling the discussion, or using statements that signal the end of the interaction. Remember, the types of communication strategies are nomination, restriction, turn taking, topic control, topic shifting, repair, and termination.